When was the last time you asked yourself, what do I really need right now? It's an important question because most often our discomfort, whether it's physical discomfort or emotional discomfort or mental discomfort, most often it comes from unmet needs. That's what I realized last year. I wasn't feeling great last year, and I would say even the year before. I talked about it in another video. I was a bit in a funk for quite some time. And what I usually do to remain centered and aligned and at peace, like for example meditation, that did not work at making me feel better. I tried several things, like I tried gratitude journaling, I tried spending more time in nature, and even if these things did improve my mood, there was still kind of a void within me. So I did the easy thing. I turned to wine. Most evenings I had a couple of glasses of wine, sometimes 3, just to forget how bored and unhappy I was. And because I work in the field of spirituality and personal development, I kind of felt like a fraud, like I felt like I should know better. And that just made me feel even worse. And one morning as I was drinking my coffee, I read an article about humanistic psychology and the use of Maslow's pyramids of needs in therapy. And then I became aware of the real cause of my unhappiness and my wine habit, and it was unmet needs. That morning, I asked myself for the first time in a long time, what do I really need? And looking at Maslow's pyramid of needs, I tried to identify which of my needs were unsatisfied. And then I brainstormed ways I could fulfill those needs. That's through self-care. So in this video, I'll share a self-care plan that addresses your deepest needs instead of just kind of numbing or hiding what's really causing the discomfort. It was a game changer for me last year, so I really hope it can help you too. The plan has 4 steps. The first step is awareness. It's to become aware of your unmet needs. So it's not necessary to use Maslow's pyramid of needs to identify what we need, but I think it's a helpful framework. What I did and what I recommend doing is to go through each level of the pyramid and then take the time to reflect on your life. I'll share a few kind of reflection questions to help you identify what's missing in your life. The first category of needs are physiological needs. These include basic physical needs like eating, drinking water, sleeping. Self-care in this category should include rest and also giving our bodies the proper nutrients. So you could ask yourself, am I eating enough whole food to nourish my body? Do I feel rested when I wake up in the morning? On a scale of 0 to 10, what's my energy level most of the time? I think that most of us don't have a problem feeding ourselves, but a lack of rest, and I would say also like nutrients, is kind of common. I did some blood tests a couple of months ago and I realized that I was very, very low on iron. So that kind of explained why I didn't have that much energy. Next are security and safety needs. So safety includes income and job security, also health. So questions you could ask yourself are, do I have sufficient financial resources to sustain myself and feel comfortable? Do I often feel stressed and anxious? And if I do I have tools to help me relax? Overall, do I feel safe? Next are social needs. So these are the needs for love, acceptance, belonging. It includes friendships, romantic love, intimacy, and family life. So the void I personally felt in the past 2 or 3 years mostly came from unmet needs in this category. Several people I knew moved away, and also after almost a year of isolation, I kind of forgot how to connect with people. And although I needed a social life, I remember sometimes I had almost social anxiety. It felt more comfortable to do nothing than go out and attend social events. So I'll give you a few questions you can ask yourself to uncover unfulfilled need in this category. Are there people around me whom I can count on? Do I feel accepted and supported by the people around me? Do I regularly interact and bond with people? Or do I often feel lonely? Overall, are my relationships satisfying to me? Next are esteem needs. So these are the needs for appreciation and respect, which includes having a healthy sense of self-worth and feeling valued. I worked really hard in my 20s and early 30s to improve my self-esteem, but I still remember how destructive it was when I was younger to have low self-worth. And self-worth is essential for cultivating healthy relationships, and I would say even to pursue goals. Questions you could ask yourself are, do I feel appreciated at work, at home, and within my group of friends? Is my self-talk mainly positive or negative? Do I believe I have good qualities? Overall, do I feel good about myself at work, at home, and in my social circles? Next are self-actualization needs. So Maslow defines self-actualization as fulfilling our potential. It includes feeling a sense of purpose and growing and evolving as a person. Most of my life I had purpose anxiety, so when I finally understood and started express and fulfill my purpose, I did feel much better. I would say that this is perhaps the number one thing that sustains me when I have like challenges like last year and the year before. I made a video last week about how to know your purpose. I will link it somewhere on the screen and in the description below. But you can think of self-actualization as doing what you love and using your natural talents towards sort of a goal or a vision that matters to you. So you could ask yourself, do I feel like my life has meaning and has a purpose? Does the work I do fulfill me? Am I using my skills and natural talents in ways that are enjoyable to me? Am I constantly growing and evolving? Next are self-transcendence needs, which is about feeling connected to other people and life in general, and then acting accordingly. At that level, which is the highest level of the pyramid, we have a desire for contribution, for service and impact. The need for a spiritual practice and connecting to a higher power are also part of self-transcendence. Honestly, I think that true self-actualization requires self-transcendence. So questions you could ask yourself are, am I making a positive impact on others and the planet? Do I feel connected to others, nature, and perhaps a higher power? Am I satisfied with my spiritual practice or the legacy I'm leaving? And I added a category of needs because I needed it, and they were leisure needs. I believe that a lack of play and fun is another thing that really contributed to my funk in the past couple of years. So I think that leisure needs are also very important. You could ask yourself, do I have fun at work, at home, and in my free time? How often do I laugh? So that was the first step of the need-based self-care plan, and the other steps you'll see are very, very quick. So the second step is to look at your answers in each category of needs and identify what most requires your attention. For me, again, those were social needs and leisure. And really what it meant is that doubling down on my meditation practice or drinking a green smoothie every day was not going to make me feel better. It was not going to stop my wine habit. They were not what I needed. I needed to see more people and have more fun. So which category or categories of needs most require your attention? And step 3 is to brainstorm ways to fulfill your unmet needs. Once we know what's off, then we can think of ways to improve the situation. I asked myself, how can I have more fun? And step 4 is to choose one small action and schedule it. Self-care activities are more likely to happen when we schedule them. And that's it. I hope you'll like my new self-care plan. I hope you'll use it. Let me know if you do. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if it's helpful to you. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.